Though its title may suggest something lighthearted, Rainbow is one of the darkest, most intense anime series rooted in realistic horrors. It's set within the bleak walls of Shunin Special Reform School, a juvenile detention center notorious for its harsh conditions, where 7 cellmates share the relentless daily struggle to maintain their dignity against brutal abuse and dehumanization. Rather than relying on typical horror elements to evoke fear, Rainbow creates discomfort through raw, disturbingly realistic portrayals of cruelty and despair. The series avoids graphic violence or gore, but still forces viewers to confront the ugly depths of human suffering, often making it hard to keep watching. If you've watched this anime and felt nothing, then you need to go see a doctor ASAP. Ergoproxy dives headfirst into complexity, immersing viewers in a universe that reveals only fragments of information at first. As the series progresses, it unfolds into a rich, intricate murder mystery, which takes the audience through a series of events with unexpected twists and turns. The protagonist is tasked with solving a chain of mysterious murders, each different from the last, with no visible connection or pattern in them. Her investigation plunges her into a labyrinth of government secrets, lies, propaganda, and existential questions. The mysterious world-building, tensions between Rei and her superiors, and the overall tone of this anime make it disturbing and uneasy. Once Ergoproxy gains momentum, its dark, psychologically gripping storyline hooks viewers, making them question every twist and turn. Additionally, the series features a striking blend of 2D and 3D animation, creating a unique visual experience that distinguishes it from many other anime in the psychological genre. The latest reimagining of Go Nagai's iconic manga, Devilman, Crybaby, boldly brings this dark tale into the modern age with a unique, avant-garde approach. Directed by Masaki Yuasa, the adaptation reconstructs the story with intense, unsettling visuals that transform the world of devils into a surreal nightmare. Yuasa's distinctive style heightens the sense of horror, giving Devilman an atmosphere unlike anything seen in the genre. Beyond its graphic violence and grotesque visuals, Devilman, Crybaby delivers a nihilistic message that lingers long after the final scene. Akira Fudo's journey, from innocence to anti-hero, doesn't end with a hopeful victory. Instead, it devolves into a tragic narrative of betrayal, despair, and the ultimate collapse of humanity. This dark, thought-provoking exploration of love, fear, and humanity's fragility resonates far beyond its intense imagery. You need a wider horizon and an even wider stomach to watch this. Parasite follows Shinichi Izumi, a high school student whose life changes when a parasite fails to take over his brain, instead merging with his right arm. This leaves Shinichi's personality intact, forcing him to coexist with the sentient parasite, Miji. As they learn to survive together, an unusual bond forms between them. This bond between an alien host that lives in his right arm and his human side is what makes Parasite different, as Shinichi is now forced to rethink about what makes him human and how the parasite shapes his life decisions. As the story darkens, Parasite delves into profound questions about humanity, consciousness, and survival. Through Shinichi's journey, the series challenges viewers to reconsider what it means to be human and explores humanity's complex relationship with nature and other life forms. It's survival of the fittest in this concrete jungle, but also the relationships that come along during the struggle. Kaiji, Ultimate Survivor, dives into the dark world of high-stakes gambling, following Kaiji E2 as he's pushed to the brink by crushing debt. At his lowest point, Kaiji is offered a lifeline, a chance to board the enigmatic Espoir, a ship where he can gamble for a shot at freedom. How he survives, despite the condition he's in, is what makes this anime special. However, once aboard, Kaiji discovers a ruthless environment where betrayal and mortal risk are the only rules. What begins as a chance to escape his debt quickly spirals into a psychological battle for survival, with no guarantees. As Kaiji faces impossible odds and unpredictable twists, viewers are left on edge, never able to predict his next desperate gamble. Most horror fans consider themselves desensitized to graphic depictions of violence, but Yasuomi Umetsu's 1998 OVA Kite challenges even the most seasoned viewers. Known for pushing boundaries, Kite is often cited as one of the most disturbing anime films ever made, unflinchingly exploring the dark descent of its protagonist Sawa, a young schoolgirl turned assassin following the brutal murder of her parents. What sets Kite apart is the raw brutality inflicted on Sawa, which combines shocking physical violence with deeply unsettling emotional trauma. These harrowing scenes make Kite difficult to watch and have even led to bans in several countries due to its controversial content. With its unrestrained portrayal of horror, Kite leaves viewers confronting the extremes of human suffering, challenging anyone who believes they are immune to shock. The Ghost in the Shell franchise consistently explores the complex themes surrounding the distinctions between human and artificial life. However, Ghost in the Shell 2, Innocence delves deeper into the psychological horrors associated with these themes than any other installment. As arguably the most thematically rich entry in the series, Innocence begins with Section 9's investigation into a series of gruesome murders linked to malfunctioning gynoids. While the plot unfolds through a captivating detective narrative, the film's true horror lies in the unsettling ambiguity between humanity and machinery. This blurring of lines raises profound questions about identity, consciousness, and what it means to be alive in a world increasingly dominated by technology. Since we're on technology and stuff, let's talk about number 8. In the unsettling world of Texnolize, the narrative centers on deeply human characters, each struggling with their inner demons and fears. Yet, the true protagonist is the town of Lux, a nihilistic hellhole where the story unfolds. This decaying underground city serves as the perfect backdrop for a sobering tale of individuals indulging in their darkest desires. While it may lack the graphic spectacles of contemporary horror, Texnolize evokes fear through its realistic portrayal of human savagery and the futility of many desires, challenging viewers to confront the harsh realities of existence. If you're enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Puella Magi Madoka Magica presents itself as a cute, unassuming magical girl anime, but quickly becomes a dark psychological ride that's hard to stop, even if it's painful. Magical creature Kyubey offers titular protagonist Madoka Kanami and her friends one wish in exchange for becoming a magical girl. But it's not the fantasy they dreamed of. On top of having to fight against monsters, the main cast of Madoka Magica struggle with loss, PTSD, depression, suicidal thoughts, and more. It's an incredibly dark series despite its cutesy visuals. An even more psychologically heavy movie titled Rebellion released afterwards, and another movie is currently in development. Vengeance fuels countless anime narratives, but few series illustrate the corrupting nature of revenge as powerfully as Hellgirl. The tragic magical girl Ai Enma takes requests from bitter individuals via the Hell Correspondence website, offering to send their wrongdoers to hell. However, her services come at a steep price. Clients must share the fate of those they wish to punish. Hellgirl is clever, thought-provoking, and genuinely terrifying, using supernatural elements to explore the depths of human cruelty and the emotional toll of seeking revenge. Psychopaths offers a gripping and thought-provoking take on law enforcement in a dystopian future, where a sophisticated computer network constantly monitors individuals' likelihood of committing crimes. This crime coefficient is regularly updated, and when a person's score reaches a dangerous threshold, they are hunted down, facing imprisonment, or even execution without trial. Protagonist Akane Tsunemori begins her journey with hope and idealism, believing in the infallibility of the system. However, as she navigates the complexities and moral ambiguities of her world, she is forced to confront the harsh realities of justice, leading her to question not only the system but her own beliefs about right and wrong. I highly recommend this one at number 12. Satoshi Kon's debut film, Perfect Blue, established many themes that the famed director would continue exploring throughout his career. Among those is a concept of human duality, which can take an ugly, even terrifying form. It was after this film that Satoshi Kon was known for the psychological horror genre more than anything else. Perfect Blue captures what's like to be a huge star with fame, money, and power, but also the darker side of all this glamour. The movie centers on an ex-Idol star Mima Kurigo and her inability to separate her personal life from a performance avatar. Her internal fracture escalates when an obsessive stalker fan starts to pursue Mima. Perfect Blue is a chilling narrative that deals with themes of separated identity that became even more relevant in the current world of thriving social media. Number 13 is something you'll never be able to get out of your head. The well-regarded mecha anime Neon Genesis Evangelion started as a conventional dark robot series about mystical extraterrestrial creatures called angels and their battle with the Earth's defense forces, NERVI. However, the declining mental health of the show's creator, Hideaki Anno, caused the series to change direction closer to its conclusion. As a result of the show's tonal shift, Evangelion became a disturbing psychological horror that explores disquieting themes of consciousness, individuality, and the challenges of living in an unjust, terrifying world. Those themes culminate in the end of Evangelion movie, which highlights both the psychological and cosmic horror elements of the legendary series. Trust me, you'll have to watch an explanation video to understand the anime at number 14. Another one of Satoshi Kon's best, Paranoia Agent, explores the theme of boiling societal anxiety and the consequences that society living in fear might face, is a disturbing concept that lies at the heart of Satoshi Kon's only television series, Paranoia Agent. The acclaimed master of psychological horror creates a narrative that explores the accumulation of individual effects of terrors that plague entire communities. Paranoia Agent depicts the multiple victims of mysterious assaults that plague Musashino, a city in the western portion of Tokyo metropolis. The unidentifiable assaulter gets nicknamed Lil's Slugger, described as an elementary school boy on inline skates holding a bent golden bat. Before long, the urban legend begins to corrupt the community with unsettling fear. At number 15, we have none other than Serial Experiments Lain manages to petrify its viewers on a deep existential level, while completely avoiding graphic imagery or explicitly unsettling themes. The complex cyberpunk narrative of Serial Experiments Lain focuses on a socially isolated high school girl who begins to lose herself in the conglomerative cyberspace known as the Wired. One of Lane's most disturbing aspects is its almost prophetic depiction of the internet and the effects it might have on people's perception of identity, communication, and power. Even 2 decades after the series was released, its surreal themes continue to disturb the fans. If you'd like to see more anime content, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments which other anime should have made the list. Maybe I'll make part 2.